There is a legend. Long ago, or so they say, the ancient world was prosperous and free. From the Kakabad Sea to Lake Lumley, harvests were plentiful, and people were happy, and all was at peace. All was at peace, even the thundering skies were calm, tamed by the arts of the sorcerers of Mampang. Then, everything changed. A fearsome sorcerer leveled the cities and turned the fields to dust with towers of devastating light. He heard no plea. Cutting down village after village. The mages scrabbled to defend the ancient world, but they were weak. Finally, the last Archmage sealed the walls of Mampang and sent out 7 deadly serpents to keep the dark sorcerer away. All 7 died. And now here you are, climbing the narrow pass into the mountains of High Zaman. The price of your journey across the Backlands has already been paid. Now the Analander is coming to Mampang, and nothing will be allowed to stand in his path. The crown will be yours. And welcome back to Character Select. It is me, once again, Tyler, and today I have also...
the Mal.
And we are playing Sorcery 4. The Crown of Kings.
Opening music, excellent. Still have some issues, because I think instead of saying the Analander, they were meant to say the Analander.
Well, because it's a reference to how we erased land.
Mm-hmm.
So annul to annul.
Yeah, which is interesting.
So they think we're the bad guy because we use those
towers to annul
land. To erase the land or whatever. But anyway, we're back with part 4 of Sorcery, the last part, and we are here on the mountains of High Zaman, and we are heading... There's all sorts of stuff we can do on the way, but we're heading here to the Fortress of Mampang, and then the Tower of the Archmage.
Good lord. Like, zoom out on that, because you look at it, it's like, there is just so much stuff!
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm looking at that now. Zoom into where we are. Okay, so, alright, out a little bit. Looking at that pathway, obviously the big bridge is going to have an issue to get across.
Yeah, but this looks like kind of a scuffed-looking bridge, and then there's like this path here that's like...
looks like it blocked off.
And then there's also like this down here, this little squiggle job going up.
And then you've got, in the far right, it looks like a way to just leave. Like there's a town or something over there.
Yeah, we can go get like rations or something if you wanted.
Yeah, we kind of need to. Although if they know you are the Analander, die!
Well, we have to go well, we're here in disguise. They can't know who we are. Anywho,
really?
Shall we begin?
Yes.
It must be morning now. You have been awake all night and are weaker for it. You climb an ancient staircase worn to almost nothing by the years.
Look back.
Casting a regretful glance backwards, you can almost make out the glittering water of Lake Ilklala. It seems an age since you crossed that way. You shiver at the memory of the water serpent's clashing jaws.
Check my provisions. I don't have any
You
rations.
don't have any provisions.
Yep.
You do not need to open your pack to check your provisions, dumbass.
Yeah,
you have
nothing.
But at least you have one portion of raw meat, which will be edible if you can find a way to cook it. In the distance, black smoke curls upwards.
Well, but I am not alone.
Your spirit guide, the gorilla, is walking beside you.
Ah.
Like a stand.
It
is a curious reminder of home out here among the desolation. Pulling up your hood against the chill air, you stride onwards through the meager mountain sunlight. You must not linger out here.
Alright.
Draw a path to the flag, you say. Okay.
Alright, here we go.
No,
3 hours later.
You reflect on your progress with a heavy heart as you climb. The Backlands were a cursed place, and your journey across them was slow. Even with the serpents defeated, caution would be wise. It is possible that other messengers will have brought news of your presence to the Archmage's ears.
Well,
you walk on head held high. As the morning moves on, the wind begins to rise. The Zanzunu peaks rise on either side like jagged teeth. The path winds back and forth as it climbs, and glimpses of the brooding horror of Mampang come and go. You should make progress while the sun is high.
Watch the skies?
You watch the skies as you climb, staying alert for signs of the fearsome birdmen that patrol the peaks, the eyes and ears of the Archmage. Rough undergrowth springs up, lining the path on either side.
Well, as always, check what spells we got available.
You know you can play this game without magic?
Mm-hmm. We actually talked about that. That it's possible to Sus and Sun.
Sus and Sun, Sap. Doze and Dop. Yap and Yaz.
Good lord.
And Raz.
Well, we will go ahead and go back and just search the undergrowth.
Perhaps one of the acolytes who climbed this way years ago dropped something of use. You pause and push back the undergrowth with the blade of your sword, and then jump as you disturb a nesting spikehawk. The creature flaps in alarm.
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds nasty, so let us stay back.
You stay well clear, and the hawk screams and flaps its wide wings, but does not chase you.
We've got the way to read minds, don't we?
We have the spell
Yap?
to talk to animals.
Yeah, it was Yap, I think. Yeah, we have Yap. Cool.
Grabbing the wig from your pack, you pull it onto your head and weave your spell. Faint chitterings from the bush resolve into words. "Worms!" screeches a tiny voice. "Worms! Dark!" cries another voice.
Speak a greeting. Greetings,
You declare.
I'm a traveler.
A moment later, the bushes part, and a mother spikehawk rises from the undergrowth. "Intruder! Attacker! Beast!" she screams. Her talons rise. "Eyes!"
It screams, eyes!
Mm-hmm.
I could say, I mean you no harm. There you go.
You reply quickly. What?
I just saw what it screamed later.
Fine. You reply quickly, the wig translating your intention into clicks of your tongue and curious squawks. "Harm!" the bird screeches back, rising higher.
Back off.
You back away a pace. The bird hovers a foot above the bushes, a rage of wings. "Blood!" it screams.
I come in peace.
You declare. "Peace," the bird replies, settling somewhat.
What can you tell me of Mampang?
You ask. "Mampang," the bird replies. "Evil magic, evil magic." Finally, the spell fades, and the bird settles back into the bushes. You resume the climb up the endless stairs.
So that told me all of nothing.
The sun is blistering hot now. You reach the top of the stairs, and rounding the corner, you find 3 cave mouths set into the rock.
I guess look at the caves.
You regard the caves with interest. The middle cave has the smallest entrance and probably opens into a niche and nothing more. The nearest cave would be large enough for a fire, but looks deep enough to contain any number of nasty surprises. A series of hoofprints lead into the mouth of the furthest cave.
Check what spells we
got. Probably How and Hot. Dop. pep and pop. Dock and dim.
Alright. I guess look at the hoof prints before anything else.
You take a closer look at the hoof prints. They are deep enough to suggest a largish creature, but they are no longer fresh. They are at least a few days old. You also note that there are no prints coming out of the cave.
And we did not have sus, did we?
Nope.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So a largish creature went in and nothing else came out. And none of those spells...
Several days ago.
Yeah, none of those spells other than How looked like they would be of any use. I guess call out? Who is there?
You call, hoping the owner of the hoof prints will appear. But there is no response.
Well then. Only spells I saw there that would be usable didn't have sun, only had hot, really. Or how.
I mean, if we go in the cave, we might have
more spells.
A spell or something.
Let us try entering one of the caves.
Caves are unlikely to contain anything but nasty surprises, surely. So we can either ignore the caves altogether and go walking on, or you can pick a cave.
And so there is the large cave, which is where we could maybe start a fire, but it's probably got gribblies. A shallow cave, which is just a little nook and cranny. Or the hoofprint cave, which possibly has someone in there, maybe something else.
Perhaps.
Or someone went in and got eaten and didn't come back out. I guess we will check the hoofprint cave.
Hoofprint cave it is. Stepping towards the northernmost cave, you see a few more sets of older hoof marks nearer to the mouth.
Look into the cave.
The cave appears to be deep but quite empty. Whatever creature made the hoof prints, it has either left another way or is hiding in the furthest shadows.
All I'm hearing is drip drip of the cave and a heartbeat. Nice sound design.
They're making it spooky for you.
It is. It's like, ooh, what's in the cave?
It could be anything. Even a ghost.
I'd like to say I could know what's potentially in the cave, but the critters and stuff, none of this is D&D standard.
No. It could just be any fucking thing.
Yeah,
any random thing that Steve Jackson came up with in the 1980s.
Like, he's just, like, some of the art, just some of the things you're like, wait, what? Yeah. I guess we will, well, I'll try entering the cave. Well, yeah, enter the cave.
You step inside the mouth of the cave, but in a moment you stop. For sitting on a rock just inside the mouth of the cave is a figure.
The hell is that thing?
Well, he's got little goat feet.
Uh-huh.
And, like, where the wild things are, horns
I know,
and
I was
hair.
about to say, he's got, like, horns from...
Was it Maurice Sendak? Is it Maurice Sendak who did that?
I can't remember. Like, who's the artist that did... was Steve Jackson also do the art for this? Or is that someone else?
No, Steve Jackson's just an author. He would hire, like, a artist to come in and do this, I'm pretty sure. Also, this doesn't look like he's sitting on a rock. He looks like he's, like, Yamcha posed in a crater.
Okay, so it's not him sitting there.
Well, it says he's sitting there. But I'm just saying the art looks like he's, like, Yamcha in a crater.
He does look Yamcha. I guess look at the figure.
The figure is in shadow, but it is human-like and naked. A long mane of hair sweeps down over its back, which is turned towards you. Clearly, you are treading quietly as the figure has not turned around.
Call out. Well, what spells we got? Always check the spells.
Always be checking spells. We have Tell. We have Gak, which causes fear. We have Yaz. We don't have the Pearl Ring. We have Tell to read minds. Huff and Hot. And that's it.
Do a quick tell. Since that doesn't cost anything.
You cast a spell, pulling on the cloth skull cap as you do.
Listen to the creature's thoughts.
You focus and try to read the creature's thoughts, but despite reaching out with your mind, you sense nothing. Either it is shielded against such magic, or it is entirely without thoughts. You remove the skull cap once more.
Call out a greeting. Who is there?
You call out. The figure makes no reaction. You think it might be dead, perhaps?
No, it is Yamchad. Turn the figure around.
You reach out to touch the creature's shoulder. The figure shudders a moment, then slides from its rock to the floor.
Look at the creature.
You look over the creature. It is a woman with a human torso, but her legs are thick with hair and end in hooves. Her face is a blend of human and goat-like features, and two short horns rise from her forehead. She is quite clearly dead.
Search the creature.
You briefly search the goat lady's body, but she is carrying nothing. Her skin is quite cold.
I guess bury the body? Oh.
It's hard work digging in the dirt of the cave floor with your... I don't want to use the assassin's
No.
sword, but whatever, fine. As long as it's like, as long as they're like, well, you lose a point of whatever from the assassin's sword.
Yeah.
But after an hour or so, you've made a pit deep enough to roll the body into. You lay it down as gently as you can, then move the dirt back over it once more. The dust clears, and you are left quite alone.
Let's leave the
You
cave.
head outside once more, leaving the solemn earth mound behind. You step outside the cave into the ridge once more. The sun has reached its highest point now.
See what spells they got.
The same ones that they were there last time.
Are they?
Pep and Pop. Hot. Dop. Dim and Doc.
Yep. I don't know if we want to fuck with the other caves or just move on. I was hoping to find something.
Well, we only have one thing to do. It's either move on or check the other two caves.
Yeah. I guess we can, I guess we could just... Yeah, we'll move on. I don't really see any point in, sticking around, really.
You leave the caves behind, and the sun begins to dip, heading towards the horizon. The steps are becoming wider as the path turns to follow the edge of a deep chasm.
Ugh.
A little further on, a rock ledge juts out into the chasm. Two posts stand on either side, with a narrow and rather ancient wooden bridge lashed to them.
Look at the bridge.
The bridge must be 100 years old, at least.
Oh,
It is set
great.
onto timber supports driven deep into fixtures out of sight below the ledge. It seems like it might still be solid.
Look across the chasm.
You lift your eyes to look across the chasm to the other side, where more mountains rise up. A cleft line in their peaks traces a narrow road, and atop one summit is what looks like a large bird's nest.
Ooh. Birdmen. Look at the path.
You glance down at the path ahead and see a line of hoofprints similar to those you saw outside the cave. They lead away past the bridge. I assume you don't want to waste our gold by throwing it into the pit because we want to spend it on rations.
Yeah, or something. I guess we will cross the bridge or move on.
Time to continue. If the bridge is sound, it would get you quickly closer to the citadel.
But I do want to explore.
So you can either go back to the caves to check out the large cave, or you can go across the bridge, or go down the winding path towards this town.
Let's go down the winding path towards the town.
You make your way along the track, then pause for breath. The sun is sinking and the sky is turning bruise purple. It'll be night soon, and a jutting rock sticks out just by the edge of the ravine.
Look into the ravine.
The ravine on the north side of the path is deep, but not impossibly so. A sheer drop becomes softer as the ground curves towards grassland within view.
Look at the rock.
The rock is like a hooked claw, poking out of the edge of the chasm and looking out over the drop. The far face is grown over with thick, fleshy green moss.
I remember the green moss. It makes you sick, but I wonder if we can use it something else. Let's collect.
As long as we don't eat it.
As long as he doesn't immediately shove it into his mouth. Let's see what happens.
Alright. You grab a handful of the moss. It feels juicy and fresh.
Yeah. So you can't. It's either consume or toss away. Then what was the point of collecting it? Yeah, toss it away. Because
you toss the handful of moss into the chasm and it sails away out of sight.
Because unless this is an entirely different region, it was the yellow moss that was good and the green moss that was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We could.
So we can either go down into the pit here and then take this little switchback road up across where the bridge was, and then continue up this way.
I'd like to continue and check out the town to the right, so we can always come back here.
Alright, so, make a move.
Let us
You must keep going. They really want you to go back to the caves.
Do you want to go back to the caves?
No, I'm just saying, like, they just keep being like, oh, you can go back to the caves.
Like, should we go back to the caves?
This is your adventure, Mal. The path crosses a rocky plateau which rises gradually. The sun is now sinking down, and soon it will be dark once more. You are almost in the peaks now, with sheer drops opening on either side. The plateau is relatively sheltered. If we rest, we don't have anything to eat.
I was about to say, we ain't got no food. I mean, because check our provisions, how many
We do have a couple blimberries left.
I'd kind of like to use them for potion spells.
We have 2 doses of blimberry left.
And that's used in, what is it, Doc?
Doc, which blocks fireball.
Yeah.
Hot, or whatever.
And it also,
cures diseases.
I don't want to use the blimberry if I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
How far are we from
the town's right here.
Okay, it looks like one more move and we'll be able to get there. So let's try to make a move and move on and get to it.
There is no time to waste here. A sheer rock wall stretches high on your right, while a drop is to your left. You follow the path as it curves around, and night has fallen. You should find somewhere safe to sleep, for if you keep going through the night, you will be weaker for it, especially on an empty stomach. The path quickly narrows, and you have to press yourself against the wall at times. You follow the trail around a corner, stopping short in view of a jutting ledge. The path runs in both directions along the chasm edge.
Damn. So there's no way to get up there.
To go onwards, then. You walk along the edge of a sharp ledge which looks down into the deep chasm. The gap is wide, but across it you can see a path winding through the mountains towards Mampang Fortress. A rope hangs suspended in midair above the chasm. Its near end is coiled up neatly on the path. The sun disappears.
Damn. Cast a spell.
If only they had a create food spell.
I know, right?
Far and fall. How. Tell. Sus. Mag. Well, we could either use fall and jump down the pit, or you could use far to see the future with the crystal orb that we have.
Yeah, let's try to do... we haven't done that yet. I'd be interested to do see the future.
You settle into a sitting position on the ground and take out the orb of crystal. Looking to the stars, you craft the magic and suddenly find yourself somewhere quite new. You see a vision of yourself in the glass, your hands slowly throttling a serpent. But surely this spell should give a vision of the future and not of the past. Before you can understand more, the vision fades once more.
That's not a rope, is it? Look at the rope.
You look suspiciously at the rope. It is dangling quite unsupported in the middle of the chasm.
Look down into the chasm.
You lean over, looking down the chasm. At the bottom, you can make out a rocky path that winds out of view and is all but hidden below a layer of fog.
Great. I'll look along the path.
Looking to your right, you notice the trail continues. You think you see a bridge in the distance.
And we've already passed the village, haven't we?
Yeah, it didn't let you go up there for some reason. Weird.
Fuck. Maybe because it's nighttime.
Maybe.
Oh, this is very inconvenient.
As always, I'm giving you 3, wholesale rewinds to, any point you want throughout this whole thing. So, if you want to go back to somewhere, we can do that. But, for now...
You know what? No. Let's see what moves we have.
Which way now? Down the path or east?
I want to go to the village, so I guess we're going down the path, so backwards. Which is annoying.
Nope.
God damn it. I guess we have to rest in the plateau then. I guess we'll move back to the plateau.
Oh, you just want to walk back there?
I mean, unless... I would prefer not to use a rewind at this point, but we can.
You got it. Down the path. Back to the plateau.
And then I guess we will sleep here, unfortunately. I wonder how much stamina this is going to hurt.
We'll see.
Yeah, close my eyes.
You close your eyes and let your tiredness overtake you. You wake in the night to see a black shadow slipping into the gloom beside you.
Who's there?
The voice that replies is somewhere between a growl and a purr. Surely you know my footfall by now, Analander. The shape slips down onto the ground beside you.
It's Flanker. Make space for him.
You make space. You make a space for him close by your side. It is a cold night here in the shadow of evil. The voice continues.
I would say I'm not afraid, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not afraid.
I cannot know fear, Flanker replies. I'm a dead man, yet still alive. An assassin is not permitted to experience mercy. And yet, here I am.
it is. I am glad of your company.
An eye of yours. The assassin is close enough for you to feel the movement as his powerful body relaxes.
One of us will kill the Archmage.
Perhaps, he answers softly. Certainly, someone will die.
Oh no.
He touches your shoulder briefly. Rest now.
And then you're dead.
And so the night passes, but you know that in the morning he will be gone.
Sleep will not heal you if you're not eaten. Well, it didn't,
You explored the cave of Hyzamen, ascended into the peaks of the Zanzunus, and found no new clues. The Archmage remains unaware of you.
Uh-huh.
You wake, stretching away sleep, and look around once more. Then you notice a few curious scratches in the stone near the fire pit, perhaps made by some clawed creature.
Look around the plateau.
You glance around the plateau. It is scattered with small stones and dust, and in one corner, the ancient remains of a fire pit are as cold as ice.
Look at the scratches.
You would dismiss the scratches in the rock as normal wear, except that 4 strokes are cut into pure virgin rock and quite clearly form an M. But the rest are too worn or filled with dirt to read, though you can feel their lines as you run your fingertips over the stone.
Make a rubbing of the scratches.
Using the message from Analander and the charcoal stick that you have been carrying since Kare, you make a rubbing of the scratches in the stone. The message is now barely legible. Heed this. The curse that is Mampang, I, Colitus, have been groaning Bree. Save your own soul. You must be on the right track. You have definitely heard the name of Colitus before on your travels in the Backlands. Colitus is the bridge keeper of the Whispering Bridge.
Look in the fire pit.
Poke the fire pit with the charcoal stick from your pack, but uncover nothing of any interest. There's a little more than a few motes of charcoal that have not been swept away by the wind, and whoever built their fire here built it in a sheltered spot but many years ago.
I guess look at the tower.
Just for a moment, you allow yourself to look directly at the tower itself. A single column rising defiantly above the clutter of Mampang's other roofs and turrets. From here, it is impossible to make out details. Perhaps there is the slight flicker of light against window glass, but you cannot help but imagine the Archmage seated inside, looking directly back.
Spooky. I guess look away, because I would not doubt that he could be able to do that shit.
You turn sharply away. You are hardly superstitious, but only the foolhardy invite curses. You get to your feet, intending to continue your journey.
Make a move.
There is no time to waste.
Move along the path.
A sheer rock wall stretches high on your right, while a drop to your left. You follow the path as it curves around, and the air stirs a little. Still cold, but fresh at least. You're in the view of the ledge once more. The path turns to fresh mud pressed with hoof prints.
Look at the prints.
The prints are similar to the ones you saw before outside the cave. Could there be more of the goat people here? You continue upwards, sweating under your pack, head low. But as you wind around the bend, a voice like gravel calls out, "Halt!"
Stop.
Stop?
Yep.
You stop in your tracks, and a rock strikes you on the temple. Looking sharply up, you see 2 creatures, each half human and half goat, perched against the southern slope, spears held ready.
Oh no.
"What is your business?" one demands.
I mean you no harm.
You call back. One laughs. "We will be the judge of that," the other snarls. "We have trespassed here, traveler. We are the Hoofborn, and we will protect our home from outsiders. Where are you traveling?"
Tell them something?
You take a moment to prepare a reply. Are these creatures servants of the Archmage, or are they his enemies?
I come from Analander, and I journey to Mampang.
You declare, unafraid who should hear your words.
Bampang, she hisses. The cursed place. And what is your purpose?
I will recover the crown of kings.
You're being very generous with your language
they called
here.
it.
Yeah. The creature stares at you.
You would oppose the Archmage?
He is evil, and I shall destroy him.
The creature lowers her spear and exhales heavily in wonderment.
A traveler of such kindness or idiocy is a welcome sight here. None of us have seen much of the outside world. We did not dare hope it had goodness in it.
Well, that was good. I didn't want to use a rewind yet.
Mm-hmm.
You suffer under the Archmage?
The other creature nods.
Please, come with us. Shori will wish to hear what you have to say.
The Hoofborns turn and begin to climb up a side path.
We will take you to our village, if you are willing.
Lead the way.
The two Hoofborns sling their spears and beckon you to one side, to a narrow way, almost invisible behind an outcrop of stone. Then you begin to climb.
That would be why we couldn't find it in the dark.
Mm-hmm. After about 20 minutes of climbing, the Hoofborn pause to let you catch your breath. They are impressively nimble on the rocky paths, using their small hooves to perch on narrow ledges. As you continue, they even have to help you climb up unstable stretches. Eventually, you spot a cluster of huts surrounding some caves.
They are goat people. It's what is it, that meme where there's like a gecko, or frog, thief on the wall, and a goat inspector just puts his hand on the wall, looks at it for a second, and proceeds to climb straight up the side of the wall.
Yeah, because it's not perfectly 90 degrees.
It's not 90 degrees, it's just ever so slightly. It's what the fuck?
You follow your guides towards the village, and on an outcrop above, you spy two Hoofborns standing guard, spears and rocks at the ready. It seems these creatures take their protection seriously.
You must see Shihori, one of your guides says to you. She will be keen to hear your plans.
Is Shihori your elder?
Yes, the guide says. She is very wise. She was one of the first.
First what?
First of us. It is not for me to explain. Ask Shihori, and she will decide if you are fit to hear.
Hoofborn nod.
Alright. Alright, so the village outskirts.
Your guides grow quiet as you enter the village. There are a few well-maintained huts, but it is clear many of the Hoofborn live in holes in the cliff face.
Look at the caves.
On the outside, the caves appear clean and spacious, and a surprising number of Hoofborn stream out to gawk at you. These caves must honeycomb the entire mountain side. An older Hoofborn, draped in several hides, emerges from a larger cave. One of your guides extends her arms straight out.
Shihori, she says. Shihori, we have brought a visitor.
Shihori stretches her arms towards you just as the guide did.
Welcome, she says. We do not entertain often.
Mimic the gesture.
You return the gesture, and Shihori is pleased by it.
You are honorable to respect our customs.
Yay! I found one of your villagers in a cave.
You tell her, relating your discovery of the dead Hoofborn girl.
Yes, that was Shihimbli. Poor creature. She caught a terrible disease, and rather than risk the village, she slipped out in the night. A scout saw her heading downslope looking for a place to die.
Oh. That must have been difficult.
It is, she says, but still noble. We honor her for it.
The creature looks up at you with large, bleary, goat-like eyes.
What did you do with her body? She asks.
I buried it.
Then I must ask you to leave us. Trembling sickness is most infectious. We cannot take the chance.
Oh, no. I will go.
She nods.
I thank you.
It didn't even give us the option to burn it, though.
Well, we could always rewind all the way back there.
Yeah.
Because, man, we really need some food.
Yeah, I will be using one of my rewinds out.
Alright, well, we will do that next time on Character Select. So we'll basically give up most of our current progress and go all the way back. But thank you everyone for watching. Click that like button down below if you like it. Subscribe, ding the bell, leave a comment, blah, 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 blah. We have Patreon, etc., etc., etc. And we will continue this adventure on the next one.
Huzzah!
Bye-bye!